I'm here at MEF19 and I'm talking with Mirko Voltolini from Colt. Many conversations with you over the years. Good to talk to you on camera. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, Sterling. It's a pleasure. Always is.
Can you just briefly bring us up to speed in terms of where Colt is today in terms of on-demand automated connectivity?
Yeah. So we launched our on-demand platform about 3 years ago. And since then we went a long way. The platform is now mature capability in terms of our service. As part of the journey we built initially Ethernet on demand, then expanding into the space of cloud access on demand. A key development has been expanding the coverage of the platform. So today we can cover over 800 data centers and also about 30,000 retail buildings. So the entire network coverage of Colt is on the platform. So you can order services across different locations, even between continents. What we've done recently is we expanded into the space of IP services, adding the internet access on demand, so we can now offer that service in addition to Ethernet layer 2 services in Europe. What has been quite good is that we have seen significant growth. So the initial activity, we built an MVP 3 years ago, and in a true startup mode, we went out and did a lot of validated learning with the customers, then kept expanding the service based on what we got as feedback. Over the last year and a half, we started to see demand growing from customers, and now there is significant traction on the platform.
And when you say on demand, you're talking like literally minutes, seconds? I know historically it's been, of course, hours, or I mean, it's been really weeks to months for the provisioning a service.
Yeah, it's literally minutes. So what we provide as part of the service is quoting, ordering, and activation, and the whole process takes a few minutes end to end. We divide the service into like 2 categories: the one that don't require any manual interaction, and I think those are the ones that take less than 10 minutes in general, and that's applicable to data centers and some retail buildings. But whenever there is a need to provide any manual element of the connectivity, then the process also kicks out into a manual workflow, and then it goes back into the platform.
Of course. So in addition to being a pioneer in on-demand, Colt's also been a very strong supporter and participated a lot in MEF events over the years, including several of the POCs. Can you just talk briefly about why the MEF work and why MEF 3.0 is so important to Colt?
I mean, standardization is quite an important thing for us. You consider the fact that we provide services across the globe. Today we have over 300 partners where we buy and sell services to extend connectivity in locations where our network doesn't get to. And if you look at the history of MEF, we've been part of it since the early stage, from the Carrier Ethernet 1.0. Having a standard Ethernet way of interconnecting, setting up NNI was already quite something at that time. Now the ball has moved into how can we deliver automation across inter-carrier networks to provide customers with the same user experience, the same wonderful user experience they get from an on-demand platform. So extending from Colt to a third-party platform or embedding the capabilities of a third party into our platform is the key driver of having this automation end-to-end.
So we look at the MEF LSO APIs, Sonata, Interlude, Presto, Adagio, I think some more, Cantata. Which one or which ones of the LSO APIs are most critical to Colt today, and does that change moving forward?
At this stage, we focus on Sonata as we want to extend the service that we have across other carriers, and I think that is possible with business-to-business API, which is the higher level of Sonata, so we can, through that, ask and provide quotes, place orders, and activate services. So you don't need to have access to the underlay platforms to do that. So the business API is sufficient. I think moving forward, as we move into other spaces like SD-WAN, we have an offering in that space and is also growing. As you know, there is lots of work going on in the MEF in terms of standardization of SD-WAN. We want to get to the point where we can use other SD-WAN network as we do today with MPLS VPN, so you can actually extend your MPLS VPN to somebody else. So that will require other type of interfaces, and so automation through Presto is one of the things that we're looking at now.
So going forward, you're talking about introduction of new APIs for SD-WAN and new services, or is it more kind of a reapplication of some of the existing
APIs, so the Presto APIs, so southbound APIs to control different platforms.
Okay, interesting. So, looking forward then, if you look at the challenges you face for automation, what do you think, what is the most important element or elements you're looking for the MEF 3.0 work to address?
As we move into the world of dynamic network services, so there is an expectation that more and more capabilities will be available through a platform with a self-service consumption model, and I think coupling connectivity with virtual network functions is going to be key. So you can think about user journey, customer user journey where customer consumes a connectivity service, and can add on top of that virtual capabilities may reside in the public cloud or in a private infrastructure. So combining different heterogeneous components into the same platform is going to be key, and I think MEF is going to also play a key role in defining how those service components interact with each other and how they can be glued together.
Interesting, right? Sounds like a lot of work's been done. You guys have been very busy. I know at Colt over the past 5 years plus, but a lot still to come. So
yeah, never stops.
Yes, look forward to tracking your progress next year and the year after that. But thank you. Thanks for talking with us today.